Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I am your host, the notorious H.I.M, and I am back with week 6 of the Battle Hub Draft League. I'm just putting together my squad for this battle, but just a quick update. Week 5 battle corrupted, bro. I don't know how to recover it. I don't know how to fix it, so I'm sorry, guys, but I really wanted to bring you guys each week. Win or lose, just wanted to bring you guys each week. But if you're looking at the squad that I'm putting together here, and I will actually start leaving like my team spreads below. I just feel like I don't have enough time to really talk about it, and like, I don't want to make a long, drawn-out thought process. I mean, I'm not doing the best in the draft league right now, so I definitely have some room for improvement, but I will leave my sets down below. But Biradu's team, we're going up against Biradu here, man. Like, he's one of the league organizers. Really amazing YouTuber. I will leave his channel down in the description below, so go check him out. Like, share, subscribe. Go over there and tell Biradu that him sent you. So looking at his squad, I have a couple of things that I really want to try here. I'm rocking, I believe, Dragon Dance, you know, Baxcalibur here, so I want to kind of feature that and probably put some, you know, some damage on him immediately. I mean, Baxcalibur, if I can get off a Dragon Dance, I'm gonna be in pretty good position to kind of probably do a lot of damage to Biradu's team here. I mean, I should be able to, you know, with the Dragon Dance, be able to kill pretty much everything on his team. The only thing I have to really worry about is the Urshifu. So, and for that I have like Gyarados, I have, you know, Quagsire, fully, you know, defensive, max HP, max, you know, defense. I have Low Kicks, who is Choice Banded. You know, I have a lot of mons that could very well, you know, come through here for me. So I do have my hands full, and he's actually one of the better teams in our league right now. Like, I think he's at the time of this recording, he's number 2 in the league. So I'm at the bottom of the league, going up against some of the very top of the league. So top echelon talent that we're going up against here in the next couple weeks. So I'm gonna have my hands full, and I'm gonna do the best that I can to get some W's here. So I'm thinking, okay, I'm gonna pack basically the most threatening shit that I got, bro. Like, I have to be able to do something, right? Like, I can't go out like this. I mean, I'm having a real great time in the draft league for this being my first experience, but I've definitely self-reflected week over week, and I know exactly what I need to do, you know, in my next draft league. I'm gonna actually wait to implement that for my next one, because I absolutely will be doing another one. I decided to just go for a Dragon Dance here. This thing wants to set up its reflex and and light screens in my face, be my guest, but I'm just gonna go for some big damage here and try to get you know, as much damage as I possibly can off. So I decided to go for a big Earthquake, because I know it would do a lot of damage to the Lefty, and I have to actually get that out of the way. It's a very, very annoying mod, and it's gonna definitely take a lot for my team to kind of beat some of this mod. This thing, I had the worst time prepping for, bro. Like, just certain mons I try to calc, like one of the changes I'm gonna be making next draft league is actually time to teaming up with some of the other coaches, just so I can run mocks and kind of get a little bit more ideas for teams, because my team building isn't really that good just yet, but I'm gonna improve, bro. Like, I'm all about kind of settling in and learning as I go and making improvements as I go. So I have to actually make a decision here. Do I want to stay in? I know a close combat will absolutely kill me, and with the reflex and the light screen and all these screens, bro. Like, I'm just looking at screens all day long, and I'm gonna have my hands full. So I know that I can't really risk, you know, Baxcalibur just yet. Even with the Jolly set, this thing hits amazingly hard, so I don't have to click Dragon Dance every time. Sometimes I can just come and get a big Earthquake off, but I decide I need to save this, so I decide to go out, and my best play is to go out into Swagsire. I'm actually rocking the fully physical defensive Swagsire, and I'm actually water absorbed this week, because I don't want the water moves from this thing. I want to be able to eat those shits up. So I decide, you know what, I could very easily just go for a big yawn here. You know, that just kind of reduce how many turns, you know, those reflecting those screens, bro. I'm telling you, that was one of the hardest things to kind of get over in this battle, is some of these screens. So I decide, you know what, my best play right here, I could easily just go for a Stealth Rock, but I'm thinking, let's go for a yawn, because if he decides to stay in, you're gonna go to sleep, bro, and that's gonna just allow me to just go out into anything. So he makes a great play here, and switches out. He goes back out into Lady Lock here, the Clutchy. This thing is insane, bro. This thing is so bulky, so annoying, bro. Like, with the Prankster ability, bro, this shit is just insane, bro. I'm definitely see why he drafted this shit, bro. this thing puts me through my paces. I just don't know the best way to kind of get around this thing. And I decided to go with my Stealth Rocks here because there's really no reason for me not to, right? Like, I have to start getting damage off on things as much as I can when I can. So I go for a big Stealth Rocks here. And honestly, I know this thing is especially offensive, if anything. It does run, I believe, the Prankster ability. So I'm actually going to switch out here. I'm going to actually go out into Ivan Ooze. Ivan Ooze is fully special defensive, bro. Max HP, max special defense, and I'm still packing, you know, some moves here that could really do some damage to something. So if you want to stay in, I mean, be my guest. I'm going to be able to eat whatever you throw out, bro. And I'm rocking, I believe, leftovers, if I'm not mistaken, or is it Black Sludge? It may be Black Sludge, maybe leftovers, but we're going to see in a few moments here. It's actually Black Sludge, so I am rocking the Black Sludge. So if he decides to like trick or something, I really don't know what this thing gets, what this thing can do. But I very easily could just went for a Poison Jab here, but I'm predicting him to actually switch out into the Klefki. So I go for a clean play here and go for a big Flamethrower. I probably should have went with like specially offensive Muck this week, but again, I mean, when I'm breeding these mods myself, you live and you learn. You take your lumps and you take your lessons when you can get them. He goes for a big Volt Switch. It does pretty good damage, kind of chipping me down, but obviously, Muck is specially defensive, so whatever you want to bring in here, I'm just going to get some free damage off. And honestly, that's a key for this battle for me. I have to actually get chip on every mon that I can, because Baxcalibur still has a chance, bro. Like, once I start getting this mon out of the way, you know, it's just going to open up the battlefield for me. So I go for, you know, the Flamethrower. It does, you know, a little bit of damage. Obviously, he could be very, you know, bulky on both sides. I mean, this thing is... It's freaking amazing. This thing is actually the glue to his team right now. Like, once this thing is out of the way, bro, it actually gives me a much easier time. So that's my biggest challenge right now, is kind of getting over Lady Locke. And as you guys are going to come to find out, it's a harder measure than just saying that, bro. It's easier said than done getting past this shit, bro. Like, this shit is amazing. So I decide, you know what? I have to actually do something else, bro. Like, there's really no reason for me to, you know, to stay in, or, you know, I could very easily just go for another Flamethrower, kind of fish for a burn on something, because if he decides to switch out, any chip that I could get is going to be the best situation for me. So I'm just going to go for another Flamethrower. My thought process is that maybe I'll be able to get off like a burn or some shit, you know, but, you know, I can't Poison Jab. Obviously, this thing is, you know, Steel type, so I'm just going to try to settle for as much damage as I can. If I could get the burn, that would be great, but I don't get it in this instance. My play 100% is just to keep Flamethrowing, right? There's really no reason for me not to, right? I should just Flamethrower away, bro. Just keep throwing that gas, bro. Keep lighting them up, because Ivan Ooze, you got to do something, bro. So I'm just going to Flamethrower again. There's really no point in me doing anything else, but I'm thinking I'm making a big mistake here, because what I'm thinking is that, okay, if I can go out into you know, Jolteon here, I may be able to bait in some other mons and get some damage off. Because obviously, if he were to bring in Urshifu just now, that wouldn't have been a great move for me. So he actually ends up going for Spikes, and now I kind of start seeing some of the early strategy that Biradu was kind of putting together, because on my squad, I traded out you know, Tatsugiri for low kicks, so I have no Rapid Spin. I have no way to get off, you know, hazards. And actually, that may be a mistake for my team, bro. I may have to actually do some switching around for the last couple of weeks, because I have no way to get off hazards, bro. I have to rely on my opponent to defog, and that could be a nightmare situation. So he decides to switch out here, and his play 100% is to go out into into his Hippo here. So he goes out into the Hippo, and obviously this thing is amazing, bro. Obviously, if I went for like an electric move, it would have been a bad day. But luckily, I was kind of predicting him to switch out. I don't think he wanted to deal with this thing 1v1. He didn't want to get like a, you know, paralyzed or whatever the case may be. So I go for a big Shadow Ball, and it does pretty good damage. But I'm not saying that. Like, there's really no reason for me to. Like, if I stay in, this thing is just gonna get eaten up by an earthquake. So I decide, you know what? Now would be a great time to actually go out into Hydra, because if I can get off a Dragon Dance for Hydra. And obviously, my play here is to kind of stack together the setup mods, right? Like Baxcalibur and Gyarados are amazing together, bro. Like, and I have to really try to get some damage off to kind of showcase it. But I could threaten him out, right? He does not want to stay in, and take any damage from this. And anything coming in doesn't want to deal with, with a Dragon Dance Gyarados. Like, he's in a pretty bad situation, right? Like, so he has to really think carefully, but I think he knows the situation. He's fully aware. This guy is amazing, but like, he's fully aware of what's going on and what's happening here. He knows that I can very easily just go for a Dragon Dance here, go for a free Waterfall, like, whatever he wants to do here, be my guest. He ends up going for the Stealth Rocks, which is amazing. That's only going to hurt things coming in. Obviously, getting together that I have no way to get off Stealth Rocks, and only one Mon this week is carrying Heavy Duty Boots, which is definitely a mistake. I'm probably, if I'm going to keep the team the way it's currently constructed, I actually may have to start packing like 2 to 3 Mons with Heavy Duty Boots instead of like a choice item or leftovers or something like that, because that could be the difference, bro. And in this match, it very well could be. So I have a lot of things to really consider after this week. I have some Mons that I really want to maybe change around. So he actually ends up switching out, and I'm not sure what he's going to go out into, but it ends up being the Urshifu, which goes ahead and takes Stealth Rocks damage, which is great. Any little bit that I can get off is going to be amazing on this thing. I get a big Dragon Dance off in this guy's face, and obviously the Reflect and those light screens should be wearing off. So I'm going to probably go for some real big damage here and go for probably a Tera. I did calc it. Without any screens up, it does actually have a chance to kill. So I think my best play 100% is to just go for my Tera and go for a big Tera Flying. I'm rocking the Tera Flying this week with my big Tera Captain, Hydra here. So this thing is Moxie boosted. So my thought process is now that I have a Dragon Dance, if I can start getting some moves off, this is going to be great. I actually make a real good play here and go for a Thunder Wave. This is actually great because this thing is really fast. I have to really slow some of these Mons down, and if he wants to stay in and do something, I mean, be my guest. He could try to, set up alongside me, but that's not going to be a great move for you, bro. Like, I'm going to go for my Tera now, and you're going to be blasted away. So my thought process is that with the damage from the sand, damage from Stealth Rocks, it really should be enough, right? Like, if I Tera, this should kill him, right? Like, there's really no reason that it wouldn't kill him, giving me the Moxie boost and just making me a threat to everything else coming in, bro. Like everything else doesn't want to have to deal with this thing. So I go for my Tera now, and Tera Flying Gyarados. Look at him, he's high and fly in the sky, bro. Like he's air ballooning into the battle, bro. So let's see what he's able to do with this. I'm gonna go for my Tera. Like, let's see how much damage this can do. It almost takes him out. Wow, bro. Like, this thing has to be bulky, and he goes for a Thunder Punch. Luckily, I was able to live that, bro. Like, what the hell, bro? Like, this thing should not have been able to live, but now I know that I'll be able to kill it, bro. Like, so there's really no reason for me to not just go for another move, right? Like, I could easily just go for a Waterfall. I could go for pretty much anything. Anything that I go for is going to be able to kill this. I decide, let's go ahead and get the kill on this. Let's at least try to get the Moxie boost, because then I'll be able to be a threat to everything else coming in. So I'm just going to go for my Tera again. There's really no situation where Gyarados doesn't pick up a kill on this thing. Unless he wants to switch out and save it, but coming in, he'll die because I have the Stealth Rocks up. I don't think, his only option to remove hazards was the defog, so I don't think he'll be able to really do anything. I go for a big Tera Blast and knock this thing out, very, very clean. Knock this thing out, a huge threat. I had a hell of a time, bro, prepping for that shit. So I start getting my Moxie boosts, and this is actually going in my favor right here, bro. Like, I may be able to pick up a win against one of the top teams in the whole Battle Hub Draft League. So that would be amazing. If I'm able to pick up a W here, that would be great. And now Gyarados is looking extremely scary, bro. Like, what are you gonna do? What can you do, bro? I've already shown the Tera Blast. Now he goes out into Jack's wife. He goes out into just Weavile's wife, bro. The Weavile himself. So I'm really not sure what he wants to do. Not sure what he can go for. So now that I think about it, he could probably just go for the Ice Shard, right? Like that would absolutely be able to take Hydra out, right? So do I want to preserve this, right? Like, will I have another opportunity to set up later on, right? Like, that's really the key. And now that he has Stealth Rocks up, those opportunities are going to be coming far and in between, bro. So what can I really do? Like, what I probably should do, honestly, is I should probably go out into Swag Sire or maybe just let this thing go down. But like, if he's packing the Ice Shard, bro, like that's gonna be amazing prep, right? Like, at least get him priority. I could very easily just go out into Baxcalibur, but you know, I'm really not sure what this thing wants to do. I end up deciding, you know what? Let's save it. Let's save Gyarados because it could definitely come in and be a threat later on. I really don't have to Dragon Dance. Some of the mons may be slower that I could maybe pick up a kill on, or maybe be able to get up another Dragon Dance off. So he ends up, you know, just going for the play that I thought he would. He goes for the Ice Shard, and obviously that looks like it's probably banded damage, right? Like, if I was a betting man, I would probably think that this thing is choice band. So I very easily could just go for a recover here. I think that should be my play. Just get off as much health as I possibly can. So let's see what he goes for. I'm predicting this thing to be choice banded, just you know, Jack's wife. So just Weavile. Choice banded, just Weavile. That's what I'm saying this thing is. I'm really not sure what he wants to carry here, but I'm just gonna go for you know, a withdraw. So he actually ends up going back out into another mon, and what is he probably gonna bring in? Probably the okay, so he brings in the Thunderous. I go for a recover here, which is great. I'm not sure if I want to stay in and risk the health and life of Swag Sire here. I could very easily just go out into Ivan Ooze. I know that he will be able to live pretty much anything he goes for. Even with the Stealth Rocks and the layer of spikes, I don't think it's going to bring me down to a position to where I need to, you know, really worry. But let's see what he does. Let's see what he goes for. He could very easily just go for another Grass Knot. I'm really not sure what he wants to do. So out comes Ivan Ooze. He is my special wall, so he is the best move for me here. I don't want to risk health on anything else. He ends up going for a Thunder Wave. Okay, so he's packing the Thunder Wave. He could be even packing Taunt. I think this thing does get Taunt, so he could be pranks the Taunt. You know, really not sure what he wants to do, but I could very easily just go for another Flamethrower, right? Like, I'm deciding, you know what? Let's go for a Shadow Sneak. Maybe if I'm able to get off, you know, some priority of my own, maybe I could pick up a Poison on this thing. That would be great. He ends up going for a Volt Switch, and he's probably gonna bring in Lady Rock. So this thing has been, you know, amazing for him this battle. So we're still kind of vying for position, right? Like right here, like there's still opportunities for me to bring in Baxcalibur, bring in low kicks, bring in mons that will be able to kind of deal with some of the other mons he has left. And with choice band low kicks, I have to try to figure out a way to kind of get this thing in, because this thing could tear holes through his team, bro. Like the best thing about having the combo of both Baxcalibur and low kicks is that I can tear through even resisted hits. You're probably gonna do 30-40%. So, you know, that's a healthy chunk. I have to figure out a way to kind of get, you know, low kicks in here and start going to work. with the strategy that he's putting up here, he's doing great, and I have no way to get off these rocks. Right here in this battle, bro, like I'm deciding to realize, I'm starting to just kind of put shit together, bro. Like, this is a real bad situation for me, bro. Like, he has the Stealth Rocks, he has he has the Prankster mods, he has everything in his favor, and I have to do I have to do the Lord's work to just overcome this, bro. Like, what am I gonna do against these shits, bro? I don't know what to do here, bro. Like, I'm confused. I'm utterly just outplayed right here. Like, there's really nothing that I can really do. I have to figure out a way to do something, bro. Like if I go out into anything, he's just gonna kill me, bro. Like I can't start risking mods, bro. Like, he has the hazards on his side, and I'm in a very bad way. Even though I haven't lost any mods yet, bro, he's put himself in position to where all he has to do is just start clicking moves, because when things come in, they're getting severely damaged. Even though I have Stealth Rocks on his side of the field, it's not returning me the things that I need, right? So I decide, you know what, my best play probably is to just go out into either Hydra, put some pressure, or go out into Quagsire. If I can go out into Quagsire, I can probably just kind of recover and kind of keep Quagsire as healthy as I can. As long as I can keep that relatively healthy, I'll probably stand a good chance. But I decide, you know what, let me stay in and go for a big, you know, poison jab. If I don't get paralyzed, but of course, I get paralyzed. You hate to see it. Ivan Ooze just really can't put it together this battle, bro. If I was able to get that poison jab off, I'm pretty confident that even though it wouldn't have done like amazing damage, I threatened the poison. And with this thing, that would be amazing, bro. Like, just to be able to have that thing on a timer, bro, that would have been amazing. So I know I can't live another one. I know he's faster than me with the paralyze. So I decide, you know what, let me just go for another opportunity of getting the poison, go for a Shadow Sneak. It is priority, so if I can hit it, it'll do a little bit of damage, but my thought process is that I can just go for a poison. I need that poison touch. I need something to go in my favor here to turn this battle around. Things are not going well for me. And with him taking down Ivan Ooze, that's a huge mon that I needed just to kind of keep my team together, bro. Like, Ivan Ooze, no pun intended, but he's just a sticky mess, bro. He's the glue for my team, and now that he's gone, things are going to start to unravel real quick around here. So, guys, you're going to have to kind of stay tuned for this, but there is a way out, bro. If I can get in Jiminy here, or even Baxcalibur. I think Baxcalibur would have probably been the better play. I end up going out into Gyarados here, but I think Baxcalibur would have most likely been the better play because I don't have to go for the Dragon Dance on Baxcalibur. I could have just went for the immediate, you know, Icicle Crash. Now I decide, you know what, let's go for the Waterfall. If I can get some amazing damage, probably get a flinch off, I probably need it to kind of take this thing out because this Hippo is thick as hell, bro. Like, this thing is probably fully max defense, max HP, max defense. I could definitely see Biradu kind of bringing him on like that for this battle. So, you know, if he is max defense, I think he takes 2 Waterfalls. If I did the calc right, I think he takes 2. But let's see how much damage it does. Whoa, it does actually more damage than I thought it would. But he gets the Stone Edge off, so that ends up taking out Gyarados. Unfortunately, I couldn't get the flinch, which is definitely something that I was banking on, that I needed. But now, this thing is pretty much food for anything else. I can very easily just come out into Baxcalibur here, get off an Icicle Crash, you know, go for a Dragon Dance, but he showed the Stone Edge, so Baxcalibur really wouldn't be the best play. Like, there's really no reason for me to do that. I probably should just go into Live Wire here and just go for a big Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball would probably be the best play. Or just go out into Jiminy and go for a U-turn. U-turn would probably be enough to take this thing out, and then I don't have to deal with that shit no more, bro. So, like, this thing is definitely putting me through some paces here. He done took out my Gyarados. There's really no reason for me to not just try to get the kill on this thing. I gotta get this thing up out of here. If he wants to save it, be my guest. I mean, it's not the end of the world if he wants to save it. I do have the Stealth Rocks on my side, so none of his mons want to come in and just take the free damage. So I'm gonna go for the Icicle Spear. I probably should have just went for the Dragon Dance, right? Because he has to miss one of them, right? Like, the odds just have to be in my favor. It's only 80%, bro. Like, I know when I'm battling, bro, and I click Stone Edge, I miss a lot, bro. So he's hit his. I need him to miss. So I could have very easily just went for the Dragon Dance here and bank on a miss, but I have to start picking up some KOs. I'm down 2 mons, and down to his 1. I have to start even things up here. So if he wants to save this, be my guest. If he wants to bring in Klefki, be my guest, bro. I'm just gonna Earthquake right after, bro. Like I just need to try to chip things down, get things lowered, get things in a place where I'll be able to take some shit out. So I go for a big Icicle Crash, and there goes a kill for Baxcalibur. Thank you so much, Baxcalibur. Definitely appreciate you. You were a great mon for me this match, in this draft league. I just need to be able to use you better, bro. So if you guys have not been kind of picking up on the language here, this is such a hard match for me to kind of overcome, because with him having the hazards up, I have to be very careful and very intentional with what I bring in, bro. Like, if I bring in just random mons, he's gonna be able to pick up damage, pick up chip on my mons, and I really can't take that. So he actually ends up going into Noivern here, and this is gonna be, you know, a deciding factor, bro. Like, I have to decide what I want to do here. If he goes for a Boom Burst, I believe it does kill, and I think this is his Tera Captain. So I'm thinking he actually may just go for a Boom Burst here and kill something. What do I want to go down, bro? I really wish I had like the Icicle Spear on this, but I actually ended up taking it off for the Earthquake, because if he decided to bring Klefki, which he did, I wanted to have something with super effective damage. So I'm really not sure what he wants to do, but I really don't want to risk, you know, Permafrost here. Like, I really don't want to risk this thing. So I have a choice to make. Do I want to switch out? Do I want to go out into, you know, into Swagsire here and just take the KO, bro? Like, he's gonna kill Swagsire, bro. Like, he's not specially defensive at all, so you know, he's gonna die to this, bro. So I decide to make the Swagsire play. I decide to let Swagsire go down. Unfortunately, my friend, I don't think that you're gonna be able to live anything that this Noivern goes for, and this is his Tera Captain, and he does show the Tera right in my face here, bro. Like, this is gonna be insane damage. Like, this is a KO, bro. Like, there's really no reason for me to think otherwise, bro. He ends up going for a huge boom burst, and with the Tera normal, bro, this thing is doing astronomical damage, bro. Like, this thing is definitely a KO, and he most likely would have KO'd Baxcalibur. He is naturally faster than Baxcalibur, so I actually have my hands cut out for me here, bro. Like, I'm really not sure what he wants to do, but I know that Jiminy with Choice Band, bro, he gonna be able to take this thing out with a first impression. So I don't know if he wants to keep this thing in. I don't know what Biradu really wants to do. If he wants to switch out, that'll be a great play, bro. If he switches out, great. If he stays in, he's gonna lose this, bro. Like, there's really no reason for him to keep this in, bro. Like, he probably should just switch out here and let me chunk something, bro, because I'm doing the damage, bro. I'm Choice Banded, bro. I'm Choice Banded, Tinted Lens, Adamant Nature, Max Attack, Max Speed, bro. Like, so I'm gonna do the damage. He does a great thing and switches out. So let's see what he goes out into here. Let's see what you bring out. Let's see what you bring. Let's see what you bring coming, bro. He goes out into Lady Lock. Let's see what I do. Okay, so I go for a first impression. It doesn't take it out, so I actually have to switch because obviously first impression only works the first time. So I actually have to switch out here. So I decide, you know what? He's gonna get off these screens. That I have to live with it, right? Like, that's been the thing this entire battle. I've never been able to stop him from getting off the screens. I am packing Brick Break on Jiminy, but that means I'm gonna have to bring him back in and lose the ability to go for the first impression. So I go out into Permafrost here, and obviously look at how much damage I'm taking. I take the spikes, I take the Stealth Rocks, and I'm not gonna be able to live anything, bro. He goes for a Reflect. So he is 100% gonna get off these screens. Now I have to decide, do I want to go for a Dragon Dance or do I just want to go for the damage and KO? I most likely should have just went for the damage and the KO, but I actually went for the Dragon Dance here. Foolishly, bro. I make a stupid play here. He ends up going for the foul play, and it ends up knocking out Permafrost. So unfortunately, Baxcalibur does go down. You hate to see that because I was really banking on using this shit, really banking on making this thing work for me, but it's coming down to the wire, guys, and I will spoil it, bro. Like, I don't have enough to really do anything in this match, bro. I don't have enough with his hazards. I don't have it, bro. There's really no way for me to beat the mons that he has. So I decide, you know what? Let me switch. Let's go on into Jiminy here. Let's see if I can just KO this thing, get the first impression off, or I could just go for a U-turn. I'm deciding, you know what? Now is my play to go for the Brick Break because then it would at least get rid of the screens. That's my thought process. If I could just get rid of these screens, this is gonna be like the biggest chance that I have, and then I could probably just start going for Volt Switches and Shadow Balls later on. So we're gonna see. I do naturally outspeed the Noivern, so I actually have to play very carefully here. I go for a big Brick Break, knocks out the Lady Lock, which is great. Reflect wears off, Light Screen wears off. That's actually really great, but unfortunately, because of these hazards, I don't have a way to still I don't have a way to beat this thing, bro. Like, with Jiminy, he's just too slow. I'm not Choice Scarfed, I'm Choice Banded. So, you know, a lot of his mons are gonna be able to outspeed, and out comes the Noivern, and this thing is amazing, bro. Like, there's really no way that I can beat this thing. I mean, I have to actually switch out or just go down. So I decide to actually just let this thing go down because obviously my fastest mon is the Jolteon, and I may be able to take this thing out, maybe able to, you know, to do some real good damage on this thing. But unfortunately, I'm not packing any real attacking moves. I went kind of niche with this set, just kind of thinking that I'll be kind of Volt Switching around, using this thing to kind of bait things in, lower the attack, lower the special attack, see if that works. What I probably should have done here is just go for a Volt Switch. From here, Volt Switch maybe be able to kill him, maybe be able to pick him off. But I go for the Baby Doll Eyes because I'm thinking, okay, if I could just live one hit, right? That's my goal. If I could just live one, you know, I may be able to do something. But he goes for a big Boom Burst and knocks out the Jolteon. So we do end up losing this match. We're actually at the bottom of the league, so I actually am not doing too well. But guys, this has been your boy, the Notorious H.I.M. I'm not bummed out at all, bro. We can still gonna rock this out. It's been your boy. Please like, share, subscribe for your boys. I'm out. Peace.